Hello, 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 hello. Welcome. I want to first apologize for starting just a little bit late, but now that we're on, this is Mel's Tribe, the guys featuring Mel's Tribe. And so I just want to introduce my lovely co host tonight. I have Miss Sedarius, that real sis, that real sister keeping it real, and Terry from
Yes.
Miss Fish and Grits. How are you
What's up?
ladies doing this evening?
We are good in yourself.
Listen, I am blessed and highly favored.
That's right.
My rates went up. I'm rocking my new wig.
That's right.
So all is well. All is well. So I want to first start off tonight by letting everyone know how we came about knowing each other. So Terry, you want to kick us off? How did we meet?
Well, we actually met at a podcast award show. Tiger's Corner Talk Show had put together a podcast, the first podcast show for Columbia, South Carolina, and invited a couple of us out that had our own podcast. And we all were kind of sitting in the same area, just got talking and chatting it up. And you invited us onto your show.
That's
Perfect.
right.
So now you have your own podcast. Tell us a little bit about your podcast.
Fish and grits. Like I said, fish and grits came about because I was tired of being stuck in. I was in the house during COVID. Got with two of my friends and was like, let's do a podcast. Easy for us to communicate with people. We can still meet new people. And we can talk about whatever we want to talk about because there's no topic off limit. And because we go live on Facebook and Instagram, we got other people interacting with us so we can read their comments and, interact with each other.
That's right.
And we talk about everything under the sun. So it's definitely not for children, I can say that.
So when you say you talk about everything under the sun, what has been one of your best topics?
uh, Goodness. It's always going to be relationship related.
Okay.
Um, Let me think. One of the best shows I would say about women cheaters.
Oh, women cheaters. We have to parking
Yeah,
lot that
the
and
men the
come
men have
back to
something to
that.
say about that because we always accusing them of being dogs and cheaters. So when we did a topic
That's
about
right.
women who cheat, oh, they had a lot to say.
Oh, I like that topic. I like that topic.
Hey, me too.
Well, Terry, welcome, Miss Fish and Grits. And what award did you win that night?
I got best female co-host as well as best female podcast.
Congratulations.
Thank
I'm
you.
excited for you.
Yay.
We got to support our sisters, snap for our sisters. So, congratulations. And
Absolutely.
That's
hopefully, you
right.
can have another year of an amazing podcast and be able to come back and win another award. All right, that real sister keeping it real, Mr. Darius. First of
Yeah.
all, her outfit that night was beautiful, okay? And I was
Hey,
like,
thank
yes,
you.
Sedarius, what is going on with you? So we
Thank
got to
you.
talking, and you told us you had how many kids?
I have 8 of
And then
them.
Merv on the other
Children.
side was like, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I said, 8 kids, Merv.
Yes. Four
So
boys and four
you
girls.
tell us a little bit about yourself and what your podcast is about.
Okay. My podcast is that Real Sister Keeping It 100. I started podcasting because I was broken. Been in a marriage for 14 years. I actually let myself go. So my podcast is consists of the life after the storm. Just reaching out to different women and letting people know that just because you're married, you don't have to stay there.
Mm.
I guess that's the upbringing. That's what we was taught. Try to make things work. And my life, that 14 years, when I say I dumbed down me, I dim my light to allow somebody else to shine. So yeah, I just felt like um, And then I have some classmates and girlfriends that pretty much went through the same, they still going through the same thing. So sometimes if they hear it, they can motivate them to, think that it's okay to walk away. It's nothing like your peace of mind. I got so caught up in my marriage that I almost took me and my kids' life. So when it got that deep, that's when I say, you know what? I gotta talk about this. I gotta talk about it. And me podcasting is an outlet for me. I'm able to podcast. It's an outlet. It's me like I'm reliving. It's like all over again. So the dating world, just living my life to the fullest. So that's my biggest thing. I was just trying to let people know that it's okay. We just to get caught up in the world. And it's not always about the world. I'm trying to get people to realize, get in tune with yourself. Once you get in
Right.
tune with yourself, that's why I said the abbreviation tune, TUNE, trust your new elevation.
Whew,
It's
that's a
okay.
word.
I like
Yes,
that.
trust your new elevation. Right. So I'm just encouraging women, man, woman, boy, girl, I don't care who you are. Sometimes we get caught up in a relationship and you lose ourselves because we think that's what we're supposed to do. And I lost
Right.
myself and I'm living again. So I'm podcasting about it. And that's what my podcast is consist of. Sedarius Life After the Storm.
Right.
After the
I
storm,
podcast
that
on
real
Friday
sister
nights
keeping
too
it
now, y'all.
100.
Right.
So
I
we're
do
going to keep it
podcasts
all
on
the way
Friday
100
night too.
tonight.
Right.
So you said you do your podcast
Yeah, I
on
was
Friday
saying I
night
do
as
a
well.
podcast as well on Friday nights. Yeah. And it's just after hours. Those like Wednesday night, I don't care. It's for the kids, teenagers, or whoever. It could be an encouraging word too. But Friday nights is more consist of adults. Just having a little bit
Okay.
fun. I'm dating again, so sometimes the
Right.
conversation and topic get a little dirty.
All
Okay.
So
right. Well, let's
yeah.
let's jump into a dirty topic. Okay. What is one of your dirtiest topics that you talked about in your last podcast, and maybe we can pick up on that and stimulate some great conversation.
One of the ones, what was my dirtiest topic?
I'm ready. This is like Russian roulette. Like,
I don't even consider
Right.
right. It ain't really dirty because we talk about so much. I don't even the topic that I did have. How long do you wait? My biggest, the one that kind of like went somewhere. Knowing that you're dating, how long do you really wait to have sex? Some people wait until that right one. You can date and go out with anybody. But sometimes we as women can say, you know what, I'm gonna go out on a date, but he's not the one. I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna wait till that one come. So is it everybody waiting on that one to come, or you just take the initiative and say, hey, when you feel the feeling is right? Because me, I was with one man for 14 years. You know what I mean?
and
So
you didn't
other
cheat
than
at
that,
all.
what do you do? So that kind of like, huh?
You didn't cheat at all, not one time.
I didn't hear you.
In them
Did you?
14 years,
That's why I was
did you
broken
cheat?
because I ain't never. No, that's why I was broken, y'all, because that's all I knew. I
Now,
gave
did
all
he cheat?
myself and my energy, and then look, I got cheated on.
Oh, well, there it is. There it is. So now that you're
Yeah.
in the dating world, after 14 years of marriage, do you cheat? I mean, not do you cheat? Do you? How long do you wait?
I'm Caldwell's, y'all, now.
Caldwell. So what does that
I'm
mean?
just starting dating. Caldwell's. I gotta look. I invested in the red rose. That's what I invested
Come
in.
on, Rose.
Okay.
That rose. That rose brings stuff up out of you you ain't know you had in you.
To
So it was the
glory,
best
glory.
investment ever. You need to invest. Single, when you single, you gotta do what you gotta do. And I ain't
Well,
gonna
I
lie, I
hear
got a high
that.
sex drive.
But you got cobwebs right now, so you haven't found a little maintenance man to come over and tune you up a little bit.
They can't come in. I gotta go to them. I got
Uh,
kids.
you know,
Oh, okay.
one thing about women. we always have that one little secret that no one knows about. So you might sit up here and say you got some cobwebs, but I know you got a little secret running around
I
out
just
here.
told you I gotta go. I go. I do. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. I do. That's why I said they can't come here. I gotta go to them.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I just had a rendezvous,
So
y'all. I just came back off a rendezvous.
a little rendezvous.
I did.
You gave him a little razzle
Ted was
dazzle.
trying to get me to play cards. Ted was trying to get me to play cards last night, and I was gone.
Okay, so what's interesting is I literally had a conversation with my guy this morning about how long women wait. So this is crazy that that was your topic. So he
Wow.
said that any woman that gives it up before 3 months is loose. It's not a
Woo!
challenge.
Really?
That's
See,
what he told me, and I
that's
was
what I
like,
don't like. I don't like that because men. So does that make men loose? Is it okay for men to be loose? That double standard stuff, I do not like. What's wrong with a woman knowing and being in touch with who she is and who she want to give it to?
That's right.
so
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you. And I said that, and this is what he said. He said, life is about double standards and life is not fair. So if you want to live like a man, then that is what it is. But you are a woman, and regardless of what we want to feel or what we want to believe, we're supposed to hold ourselves to a higher standard, regardless of what they're out there doing. So once we start comparing ourselves to a man, that's where we get it wrong. That's what he
Well,
said.
I
And
wouldn't
so
even
what's
say that
crazy?
I wouldn't even say like we're not comparing ourselves to a man. We know we are a woman. But most women, when they meet a man, they already know up front if they're willing to give it up to them. It don't take a woman most of the time, if you're sexually attracted to someone when you meet them. Now, how long you hold out, that's a whole nother thing. But we
So
already know
what's
when we
interesting
meet a man
is
if we're sexually attracted to them.
I absolutely agree with that. And guess what men do? Men talk themselves out of the pussy.
There you go. Because they say some dumb
That's
shit
exactly
and
what they
Absolutely.
do.
They
we
do.
had that
That's exactly what
conversation.
they do. We sit there, we chat them up, we give them conversation, and then little by little, minute by minute, they be like, "Uh-oh,
Yep.
what did you say?
That's
Huh?
right.
Huh?"
Yep.
That's
And then
right.
about hours in, we was like, "Well, I was gonna give it up, but then you talk yourself out of it."
You talk yourself out
And
of
men
it.
don't understand that. Men don't understand that.
Yep.
So
And
you
most of the
feel
time they
like
say some dumb shit thinking they impressing us, but you're not really impressing us.
now what's the dumbest shit that you've heard from a man that was trying to impress you?
Well, the latest one I've had was a man
Tell her, tell her, tell her.
he showed me his bank account, and y'all, and he was like, "This just one
Hold on,
bank
you
account."
said that.
He had about $342,000 in that bank account, but I wasn't impressed by your money. That works for somebody who don't have their own.
Right.
So I probably came off
Absolutely.
caught him wrong because I was like, I don't give a fuck about your money. That's exactly what I said, and I'm sure it came off on my face too. But his exact words to me was, "But that's why I couldn't do that with you because you're not a needy woman."
Mm-hmm.
Whew, let's talk about a needy woman.
Yes,
Because
sir.
these men are running around out here with a woman with 4 kids, got to pay their Section 8 mortgage or rent, got to help them with their cars, got to give them money to take care of everyday expenses instead of dealing with a woman that has something, that has a great education, has a good job. Why is
They
that?
intimidated.
Why is
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
I don't know. I asked that quite a few times on my show. I could never get the right. One guy told me said that that's what he said. They like the men they like the women that's needy. He also said that a woman that's independent, she have a little masculine in her. They like women that's feminine. You know, and I didn't quite understand because all women
Mm,
are feminine. You
right,
know, if like say for instance, for me, I'm a single mother. So by me being a single mother, it may be some handyman things around my house that need to be done that I'm gonna do. You know, that don't consider me being masculine. It's just me need to take care of business. It's to me,
right.
men's always label everything. They try to label us. It's almost like, you know, you're putting us in different categories. I don't
Mm.
been told I've been too conceited. I done been told them I'm bougie. I don't been called so many things, and men's put you all the way up here, and I'm not here. I'm not here like they put you so high, and they expectations. It's always almost like their expectation, what they expect just by they seeing you. Get to
Mm.
know somebody. They got to get to know
But
you. You
see,
can't just go by what you see or what you've been told.
right. But you know what? There's a difference in needy and wanted. And to me, I want a man and I want him to feel wanted. There's a whole different thing. Yeah, I may not need you
Right.
financially or things like that, but like you said, I have a house, I have a car, things like that that they can still maintain. If you want to come over here and pay all the bills, so be it. If that makes you feel more needy, so be it. But
Right.
my thing is the emotional connection, the communication, those things like that. You're definitely going to feel wanted. You're definitely going to feel loved. I'm very feminine. There's nothing about me that's masculine, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
Do
I
you feel like
feel.
you have masculine energy?
Hmm?
Do you feel like some aspects of your life, like you being the leader, you taking care of all of their responsibilities, you having a dominant personality, that is what men consider masculine energy. So when you kind of put a definition to having masculine energy, would you say that you may have a little bit of masculine energy there? Because I don't mind. I know I have masculine energy and I'm okay with it.
You kind of went out there.
Yeah.
I said I know that I have a little bit. I have masculine energy,
Me
Mm.
too.
and I'm
Mm-hmm.
okay
And you
with
know
that.
what?
Me
And
too.
I think that comes from the change of time. Times have changed.
It does.
Women
It
make good
has.
money now. Women have great careers. They're able to buy their own houses. They're able to buy their own cars. But on the back end, we are forced, like say we are divorced, like you. We are separated from our spouses or whatever, and we take kids. We're forced to then sometimes step into those manly roles of
That's
being the
right.
leader. I think that's part of the
That's right.
problem too. You have a lot of people who are
Mm-hmm.
forced. It ain't that we want to be,
come
but hey,
on.
I give
You
it up
gotta
any
roll
day,
with the punches
anytime.
around here. Mm-hmm.
It's not that we want to; it's that we have to be.
Yeah.
So if someone is willing to come in and do those things, I have no problem with that. But for a man to tell me that
Right.
I'm not needy, you don't know if you don't get to know me.
I have a
That's
problem
right.
with that man as well because I feel like he had a lot of insecurities also, that he wasn't
Yes.
used to dealing with a woman that had her own, that can hold it down. So what type of conversation can you have with a woman that has everything that they ever needed, can provide for themselves? So he's not in touch with his masculine side, to be perfectly honest with you, because he doesn't know how to even court a woman that he doesn't
Right.
have to pay bills for. And so
Right.
that was a red flag right there
That's
for me. It's
right.
like you're not even on my level,
Mm-hmm.
good sir.
Right.
You know?
And it was a big
And
red
Oh
so
flag
no.
for me because I've never had a man show me their bank account and didn't even know.
that's kind of
Right.
tacky, if you ask me.
It
That's
is
like a
tacky
It
man.
because
kind
what
of.
if I would have been that
That's that
ratchet chick
mindset
for
right
you?
there.
You know what I'm saying? And setting you
Right.
up, or you know what I'm saying? What if I've been one of those type of women?
Mm-hmm.
So
So
I think he needs to be very careful.
absolutely, because somebody gonna get him and he deserved to get
Yes,
got.
yes, absolutely.
He deserves to get got.
That's right.
Right, because that's not a way to treat
So
a woman.
at all. So what impresses you, Terry? What impresses you, Sedarius? What impresses you when you meet a man? What can they tell you? What can they say to you that's going to impress you? That's a green flag.
A green
Well,
flag for me is
go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, a green flag. You talking about just meeting a guy?
Yes, like outside of him showing you that bank account, that's a red flag. When you meet him initially, what kind of things can he tell you? Can he say to you that makes you feel like that's a green flag that you want to know more?
I just want a man to be well put together. Don't need. I don't like a needy man. Yeah, I don't like a needy man. Long as you got, I'm simple. Long as you got yourself together, meaning your finances, you know where that you're going at in life. You know what are things that you want to accomplish. You know, just not staying stuck or being lazy. I don't like a lazy man, but um, green flags, yes, they gotta just have themselves together. You know, I'm so simple. You know, I just want, you gotta be together. Just point blank period to me. You gotta have a job. You gotta have some source of income. You know, you can't be staying with mama. You know, you gotta have your own. I'm so simple. And it's hard for me to even say green flags, y'all, because I'm scared to let somebody in. You know, you see all these things up front, the green flags up front, and then once you really get down to the nitty gritty,
Right.
all the green flags gone and red, boom, 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 here on the red flags. So right now, I don't know y'all. Now, just put together. You know how to hold a conversation. You know, don't show me no bank statement. I'm not impressed.
Right.
And that's
Listen,
it. And once I get to know him, once I get to know a man, if they act, I got a man got to be in tune to the fact that I got children. You know, how your kids doing? You know, that's a big plus to
Right.
me. Engaging in what it is that I have going on. Yeah.
right. Have
That's
you
one of the
eaten?
things
Have your
my mama
kids
always taught
eaten?
me is a man should never come to your house empty-handed and you got children.
Yeah.
Now say that again. One more time.
My dad always taught me that a man should never come to your house empty-handed and he know you got children.
That's right.
That's an old
I'm
school.
scared to even
Old
let them
school
come to
men
mine.
didn't play that. Now my
So that's
kids, on the other hand,
interesting.
I can get out. I can get out and about. My kids are grown. So I don't have small
See?
kids on the other hand, so I'm looking for a
Right.
man who just can communicate well, has great conversation.
That's right.
He's building his portfolio or whatever you want to call it. He has goals. He don't have to be, you know, um, some women want a man with making six figures and, all this kind of stuff. But I do want him to come to table at least with what I got. Let our energies match.
Listen, and there's nothing wrong with that. I have a problem with men who tell us we need to dummy down our standards or lower our
There
standards
you go.
I
just
hear that all the
because
time.
they may not be doing as well as we're doing. That's not fair for us. Men
Right.
don't settle. Men date
They
and date
don't.
and date until they find the one that surpasses everyone else. But then they
Hmm.
expect us to sit down and settle for someone that does not bring to the table what we bring to the table just because there's more of them than us. And that's not
Right.
fair. I don't
Right.
like
Right.
that.
Right. That's
I
why I
don't
say
like
at
that at
least come
all.
to the table with let our energies match when it comes to that type of stuff.
That's
And
all.
then have
So
great
Mm-hmm.
conversation. I want somebody I could travel with. Like if I say, babe, let's go to the Bahamas, it ain't gonna be an issue.
so let me
Right.
ask you something, Terry. Would you date a garbage man that could take you to the Bahamas?
Absolutely. Absolutely. If
Okay.
that
Mm-hmm.
man,
Okay,
if
so
that man
Darius.
taps into my emotional and my spiritual side,
That's right.
absolutely. He communicates with me. We spoil
That's
each
right.
other. Because
Right.
I'm not above not I love taking care of a man. When I say taking care of a man, making sure all his needs are met.
That's
And
right.
and that's how your spouse should be or your partner should be for you. They should be willing to make sure all your needs are met. And that's what makes the companionship. That's what makes you a great
That's
couple. You all are happy to please each other.
I love that. I love that. So Darius, I have a little spin on that question for you. Would you date
okay.
a man that works at McDonald's if he was in tune with you emotionally?
Um, I got 8 kids, but I got 8 kids. It's not big on, think about it. Coming in with me it's a responsibility. I'm being real. I'm not really looking for somebody with that big settle like income. McDonald's can pay some good money now. I'm not saying that McDonald's don't pay some good money, but I come with a whole football field and a football team. I don't want to tap into your. It's got to be equal. I don't want to be able to tap in your finances if you're not can of just keeping it real. If you can't
Hmm.
live to that standards of where I'm at, and it's not even about the money, because sometimes McDonald's can pay good, but think about me and my
Let me
family.
say
I'm
this
an
though.
expensive
I'm gonna
woman
tell y'all
myself.
this. I have a homegirl who is an accountant, okay? And she's been married twice. And each man that she's married didn't come to the table matching her energy. But baby, by the time she finished with him,
Come
somehow
on.
be that man's motivation.
Listen, but
So
that's only if they want to be motivated. That's
there you
only if they
go.
have a
That's
plan.
only if they want to be. Because when I tell you,
Right.
by the time she finished with both of them, unfortunately, one passed away. The first marriage, he passed away. But he was, by the time she had finished with him, he was the man that she wanted. She helped build the man that she wanted. He grew to that six-figure man, that swag that she wanted, the dress code that
See,
she
she got
wanted.
that patience.
She
She got
turned
that
him into the
patience.
man. She helped him become the man that he didn't see in himself.
Terry, absolutely
See,
not.
she
At
got patience
39 years
though.
old, at 39 years old, I don't want to have to build a man, Terry. So Darius, at
That's what I
39 years
just said. She
old,
got
that means
patience.
I'm
That
dating.
woman got
I
patience.
don't, I
Right.
don't have it
That woman
because
got
I'm
patience.
dating 40 to 45. And at 40
Okay.
years old, 40 years old, what am I building? Why am I building you? That means you didn't have the wherewithal. That means you didn't have the drive. That means you didn't have the ambition before you met me.
Right.
I ain't trying to build that now.
Yeah.
Okay,
And see,
so
that's
let me
where I
ask
was
you
broken
this
from,
in
y'all.
reverse, just like you. Would you date a man who was a garbage man but had every quality in a man, as far as characteristics of a man
No, no.
that you
Want to
wanted?
know why?
She would.
Want to know why? Because
Tell
there's a
me.
man out there that makes six figures that has all the qualities that I want. Why I gotta wait and settle for the garbage man that doesn't make the
Right.
six figures? And I'm
But
honest.
what
I
if
can
the
be
garbage
honest.
I was
man got
broken,
a
y'all.
side hustle? What if the garbage man, you know what I'm saying? What if he's that man that's motivated? He could have other
I already
finances.
told you I'm 39 years old. I don't have the time or the patience. Because here's the thing.
I learned from
I'm
my marriage,
ready
y'all.
to
I tell
invest
y'all
in an
no lie.
apartment.
Right.
I'm ready to invest in an apartment complex. I'm ready for some commercial real estate. I'm ready to go to the Bahamas on next week. If I can get the time off of work, I can swipe my credit card or swipe my debit
There
card
you
and it come
go.
out of my checking account. Now, if you're not able to do that and match that, what am I doing with you? Now, I'm not
You
saying that
ain't.
I
That's
haven't dated the garbage man or I haven't dated the McDonald's man in the past, but if you're going to put me through the same shit that the man with six figures went through, I'm going to do it with the man with six
With
figures that
six
ain't shit,
figures.
as
Right.
opposed to the man that work at McDonald's.
That's right.
And that's just what it is. And that doesn't mean I'm a
And that's
gold
true.
digger.
That's
It
true.
doesn't
But
mean
my point to her was she seen the potential in that man. And it didn't take
And
him
see,
long.
that's why I was broken at
Whatever
though,
she
Terry.
brought to him motivated him. He didn't want his wife to have more than him and to make more than him. But whatever she brought to the table motivated him. And they
And
were
that worked
married.
for her.
They were only married about 10 years. And it didn't take him, of course, all that time because he came into the marriage running. Like she motivated him
because
somehow to
because
become that man she
he
wanted.
came up. He came up. He knew that she was the best that he was going to have. So he dropped all the other hoes that he was dealing with to be with her because he came up. She was the come up,
Yeah,
not
that's
the other
true.
way around.
That's
That's
right.
true.
And
That's right,
listen,
man.
like, why do we have to be the come up? I don't want to be the come up. I want
Me.
my man to pull me up as the head of my life, as the
Right.
man of my household. I
That's
want
right.
him to be able to pull me up, and he can't do that working at McDonald's. Not
That's
the
Right.
right.
cashier,
That's
maybe the
right.
owner,
Yeah.
I would never.
maybe the owner, but he
That's why
can't do
she.
that at the cash as a cashier at McDonald's. We're not the same, and that doesn't
That's
mean that
right.
I'm better than you.
That's
That just
right.
means that I'm doing better than you, and I want to be with someone that's doing better than me so they can bring me to where they are, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay if
Right.
a man calls me a gold
So
digger.
as long
I'm
as he
okay if he
Right. Me
says,
too.
oh, I'm okay with that because I'm not saying that I'm better than you.
Right.
But I have a
Absolutely.
lifestyle that I can uphold on my own, and I
yes,
need you to be able to add to that and not take away from that.
That's
But
right.
women,
absolutely,
we're considered
absolutely.
a gold digger
That's why I
when
say for me, I need the energy to match. I
Right.
need the energy to match. So whatever I'm bringing to the table, you should be able to come to the table with it too.
you got to match it. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, the
Yeah.
McDonald's cashier can't match that
No,
energy or that
no. And
salary.
you could be
And that
you
it
could
just
be
is what it
I
an
believe
is.
that.
amateur McDonald's.
But let me pivot
That's
the
right, y'all.
conversation real
That's
quick.
what
Let
we
me
do.
pivot the conversation. So I have some platonic friends that are 50 plus, and they told me that they don't care what a woman brings to the table. They don't care that we have a good job, that we have a good salary, that we have degrees and we have our own house and their own car.
Well, where are
All they
they at?
care about is peace.
That's right. Can't say it
And
again.
All
I
they
agree.
care about is peace.
That's right.
He
I
said,
agree
not
with that.
he, multiple men, multiple of my platonic friends have said that they'll date a woman with 8 kids before they'll date a woman with no kids and 5 degrees, because that woman with 8 kids is willing to do anything to keep him and bring him peace. Now let's talk about that. Terry, I'm gonna let you, not Terry, Sedarius, I'm gonna let you start. I'm gonna let you just go off. Sound off, sis. How do you feel about that? Because we work so hard. I'm working on my master's right now. Okay, and I have standards, okay? And I feel some kind
Me
of
too.
way that a man doesn't care what I bring to the table because he'll date the young lady that works at McDonald's that has 4 kids because she's willing to do anything and brings him peace.
Yes,
How do you
but
feel about that?
me personally, it is about peace. That's how I was broken, y'all. I broken because to me I compromised. It's
Mm.
almost like I knew who he was before I got with him. And I saw potentials in him and thinking that I can do XYZ and, get a man to change. And knowing that it drugged me through the mud. It drugged me the whole time. Something I
Whoa.
should have stayed away from. So now with me dating, certain men I just stay away from. Whatever, I have high standards too, y'all. I'm
Mm-hmm.
so serious. I got my standards of what it is that I want. And the man said that it's the peace. It's the peace for me, a peace of mind. One time I didn't have peace. So that's what I grasp for my life off is
Right.
peace. If a man say that they would rather date this one and rather date this woman that work at McDonald's, or you rather work at this one, date this one, with me myself personally, certain men I stay away from. If it
Mm.
don't match my energy, I don't even
Right.
apply myself to it. I hear you, I can have a conversation with you, but I know it won't go no further. So yes, I'm a strong
So
believer. It's
define
about
match
your
my
peace.
energy.
Mm-hmm.
I
What
didn't
does
hear you. I'm
that mean?
sorry.
But
Like when you say
but
he
when
doesn't
you're
match
when
my,
you're
when
coming
he
from
says
that
match my
from
energy.
that side, I'm happy. I have my peace. So I don't want a man that's gonna bring drama into my life.
That's
You
right.
keep that and take that to the bitch at McDonald's because I'm happy. So any man that come into my life, they got to know who they are. They got to be secure in who they are,
That's right.
and they got to have happiness. I can't bring someone peace that don't know their own what their peace is. You'll
And I
find a
had to
lot of men
learn.
who say they want peace, but what does that mean to you?
Yeah. See, I had to
Tell
learn
me what
that.
that means to you. And a lot of men don't know what their damn peace is.
Listen, and they're not doing anything to have peace. Because if you tell me that you want peace, but you out here lying to multiple women, dating multiple women,
There you
okay?
go.
You talking to me on Monday, taking me on a date on Monday. You're not being honest with me about who you're going out with on Tuesday, but then you have the nerve to say that you want peace.
There you go.
Yeah, them
You're
ones
not
I
You're
stay
doing
away from,
disrupting
anything
y'all.
your
to have
peace.
peace.
Yeah, I stay away from them type of men, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
And
found
to have
myself calling people
to
out on
have
that.
men also fail to
You got
realize
to.
that women respect honesty. I hear a lot of men
That's
say
all.
women can't
Handle had the truth.
they really
Handle the
don't
truth.
want honesty, because if we give it to them raw and honest, you know, they're gonna flee. But most women who are secure in who they are can respect
That's right.
honesty,
The truth.
and I mean real
Mm-hmm.
But
honesty. I had this guy who was bisexual who approached me, and when he approached me, he let me know up front that he was bisexual. And I told him, I said, "Oh, baby, thank you for letting me know." I said, "I don't get down like that, but I do appreciate you telling me because you're giving me a choice."
That's right.
So let me ask you a question. Why is it that it's okay for a woman to be bisexual and men can date us because we're bisexual, but women, we won't date a man that's bisexual? Why is that?
Well, I'm not bisexual, so I don't want a man who's bisexual.
So,
As a woman who is
I'm
into
not
it,
going to put all of my family business out there, but I have most of my family, they have, they have a bisexual lifestyle, my immediate family, or, or they, have sisters that my big sister just married a woman.
right?
And my younger sister is getting ready to marry a beautiful woman. So I love
And
all
I
colors of
have
the
it in my
rainbow.
family. I have it in my family, and I have absolutely nothing
Mhm.
against it. We all
Me,
love each other. We all support each other. But my personal lifestyle, I'm not into women.
me
So
either.
I don't want
Okay.
a man who's into men.
Okay, and that's fair.
Yeah.
So let's pull it away from your personal views. Let's talk about society. Let's talk about just the general society, how they feel about bisexual men
Mm-hmm.
and bisexual women. Because it's okay if you're a woman and you're bisexual, because a man will date you, no one looks at you strange. But
Mm-hmm.
however, when it comes to bisexual men, especially in the African American community, it's
Yes.
a problem.
It
It's a
is
problem.
though.
So why is that? Because we talk about double standards. For me, that's a double standard. So why is it okay for a black woman to be bisexual and not okay for a black man to be bisexual? Now we're pivoting this conversation because this is a little deep now.
Now, I'm going to say this. When it comes to bisexual women, I think men don't have a problem with it. It's okay because
Right.
like I've asked a man, I know a man who his woman left him for another woman, and he was just as devastated. He was just as hurt because he lost his woman at the end of the day. So
Yeah,
in
I
his
had that
mind,
issue too.
it's and we had this conversation because I said, well, you know what? Did you open the door for your woman to bring another woman into your bedroom?
Come on. They was having
Right.
So
threesomes.
that's the difference. Because as long as his woman was bringing another woman into their bedroom for them to share together, it was cool.
Yeah.
But as soon as his woman left him completely for another woman, that was a whole nother thing.
Another ball game. Ooh.
So you guys have
Sometimes,
you
sometimes
never had a
what
threesome.
we expect and our desires are selfish.
So you say that again, and then I ask my
Yeah, you
question.
did.
So you said sometimes men are selfish. What we desire is selfish.
Yeah, because as long as it's benefiting them, it's cool.
All
But
right.
since it's not
Oh,
benefiting
okay,
them
got you.
anymore, it's a problem.
That's right. That's
Oh,
right. I heard
that's
you.
true.
Okay.
That's a
That
word.
is.
So let me ask you a question. Terry, you would never have a threesome. You have no desire to be with a woman. You're not bi curious at all.
No, I don't. I don't.
Okay.
But let
So
me tell you
Darius.
something. I'm gonna tell you this, and this is straight talk. If I was with someone who I really truly love and care about, I'm not against experimenting. But my thing is this: don't have it a double standard. If you could bring another woman into the household, why can't I bring another man into the household?
Hey, let's talk about the male
So
ego.
that's where the problem falls in. You want to
Right,
bring
it does.
whoever down the street, or
Shooty
you
boo.
want us to pick out a woman. Why can't we pick out a man? That's where the
Mm.
problems always fall in. It's not
Come in
about
it. That's right.
Let me tell you
the
something.
sexuality
Because
of it, because I'm not against sexuality. Just because I'm not into women, don't mean I'm not willing if I have a partner that I feel like that. You see what I'm saying? But when I say, hey, can I bring Bobby Joe on in here? You shouldn't have a problem with it if I'm letting Becky Sue in.
That's right.
But
She
that's
gonna
what
sit
it
hey,
with
is.
it now.
Sedaria,
She
she
gonna sit
said
with that.
Bobby Joe and Becky Sue.
You know, it's that country talk.
That's
But
right.
Listen, I had
That's
to take a
right.
sip of wine on that one.
That's
But
why I
that's
say
where the
sip,
double
sip,
standard come in.
sip.
Because I told you, men are always going to be
It
good
does.
with it as long as it benefits them. But ask
Benefits
any
them, yeah.
heterosexual man, can I bring in another man into our bedroom? They're not going to be cool with that. But as soon as you offer to bring a woman into the bedroom, they cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
Whoo, that ain't nothing but a word. That ain't nothing but the truth.
That is the truth, yeah.
Now, how that would work
Whew.
with a sexual man, I'm not sure because I've never, dealt with that. But like I told you, with that man, we still carried on a conversation. We still talk because I respected his honesty.
That's right.
It's all about communication and respect. I can't tell you how to live your life. I can't tell you how to feel. You can only set the standard for your life. When someone takes that away from you, that's when it becomes deceitful and lies and hurtful. Because someone took it away from
That's
you. They
right.
took your choice away from you. That's your life to be able to decide what is comfortable for you, what is uncomfortable for you. When someone takes that away from you, then, that breaks the trust.
That's right.
Whew. That's deep. That's deep.
It's real though.
That
It's
is
real.
deep. My goodness. My goodness. My goodness. Mm.
But you ask,
Well,
Curious, y'all.
you ask friends that don't care about no income, how about they want peace. If about the bisexual thing, or is it okay for your woman to bring another woman in the household, and would you be okay with her bringing a man into the household if you're okay? Because with that poly life, that's what it's about now. If that's on the rise. I don't know if y'all watch Red Table Talk, but Jada had a woman and a man on there where the woman had a boyfriend and the husband had a girlfriend. And they all worked well together.
and that's when you have to be secure with yourself and who you
There you
are
go.
and
You
your
really
spouse.
do.
And that means
That's
your
right.
the core relationship has come together. They've built everything that they needed to build to have trust, where that core
Right.
relationship knows that I'm not going anywhere. So whoever you bring
Mhm.
into that situation, they have to be understanding to the fact that, hey, it don't matter how good this sex is. It doesn't matter how much money you make.
Mhm.
This is my husband. I'm not going anywhere. We are poly.
Yep.
And this is who I'm going to be with at the end of the day. And I think
Right.
that some people who live that lifestyle, they go in there with these preconceived notions that they can change this man, or they can take this woman,
There
or
you
they can
go.
take this man away from the relationship that they're
Mhm.
already in, and that's not how life works. So you have to be secure in yourself. You have to be secure in your sexuality. You have to
Yep.
understand that whoever you bring outside into your relationship, they already know what this is. Listen, this is
Right.
a second relationship. This is not anything that's ever going to pop off into a marriage because I'm married to this person. So I get it. Like, I understand
Right.
it. Like, and like, it's hard for me to be honest and introspective about what I want for my life, because at the end of the day, like, why wouldn't you, like, if you can have it all and an extra income, why wouldn't you?
Right.
I'm just saying, if
But it
all
That's
can't be
true.
a
parties
double standard,
agree.
and it has to be open
That's
communication.
right.
When the
Yep, that's
communication
open
breaks
communication.
down,
Yeah, exactly what
it's
that is.
done.
Yeah.
The communication always has to be honest and open. And that's
Right.
where a lot of people break
That's
down,
all it
is
is.
they're not always honest.
So let's talk about that. Why do
They
you think
tell
we're
you
not
what they
honest?
think you want to hear instead of just being truthful about their feelings and their emotions.
Do you think that men are honest because we can't handle it? Do you think that women are honest because men can't handle it? Because let's just be honest, at the end of the day, we all have representatives. We all have things in our closets that we don't want people that we're getting to know to meet. We don't want them to know the 100% core of who we are, because we may be afraid that they may not like who we are at our core. So when you date someone, you guys got to be honest. Let's be honest. Let's keep it 100. That real sister keeping it 100. Do you absolutely
That's
bring
right.
everything that
That's
you are,
right.
the good, the bad, and the ugly,
Mhm.
the first date? some of those bad things, or you keep some of those negative things, those negative personality traits to yourself until you're sure that that person may like you, because sometimes people can consider that deceitful. So when we talk about bringing our representatives to the table, like I wouldn't tell anybody that like low key I don't like to cook. I can cook, but I don't like to cook. So if a man say, "Can you cook?" Absolutely, I can cook. But you better figure out how you're gonna feed yourself 3 days, maybe 4 days out the week.
Exactly. And that's where compromise. That's where he got to be willing to compromise.
Yeah.
So my question to you, Sedarius, is do you honestly bring your full, complete self to someone within the first 30 days, or do you wait?
Yeah, I don't. I don't. I'll just meeting somebody. No, I'll wait, because I always think in my head the men sometimes have modems, So no, I gotta actually get to know you. We gotta hang out, conversate and see how things go before I can just say I'm putting all the eggs in one basket. Now I can't do that. It's not that I'm upholding my information. It's just that I need to see who I'm dealing with. I
So
can
what
talk
if
to you
they
today because that's
ask?
what I've been dealing with. If he asks, then I'm gonna be 100. Now it's a different. Now if they ask, I ain't gonna lie about it. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. That's just me, because when I ask questions, I want him to be as real as he need to be. But that's the problem that I've been having. Meeting guys and conversating and hanging out, going on dates, and then all of a sudden, y'all, they disappear. I don't even know what happened. You lose contact. I don't know what. And I used to ration my mind, like, what? Wonder what happened. They don't give you no explanation. First thing I think in my head, I maybe got 8 kids and they might be thinking about it too long and they might be intimidated by it and they keep it moving. But no, lately dates and men that I've been meeting, everything be so good. Like one weekend I went out with a guy and he just came and told me he wanted to take me out. We went out, I met him. We went out, we got something to eat. Conversation was so lovely, dinner was so good. I ended up going to my car. He ended up going to his truck. He called me back to his truck right before I got in the car. He gave me some pocket change. He gave me $100, and I ain't hear from him no more, y'all. I don't even know what happened. And I was talking to him for at least about 9 months. About a good 9 months. So I had got to get to know him very well. So I don't even know what happened. And normally I used to beat myself up like, wonder what happened. But now, yeah, if you exit my life, this might be some personal issue with you, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And that conversation did get kind of deep because I didn't have his phone number, y'all. We was always talking on Messenger. And I thought about it one day.
He wasn't his true self.
Right, and I thought about it that night.
I can tell you that right now. He already had somebody on the background.
That's what I was gonna say. That man had a whole wife.
He probably had a whole wife, y'all. But that night I had asked him. I said, we always talk on Messenger. How come I don't have your phone number? So that night I brought it up, and I ain't hear from him no more.
If you can't pick up a phone, if I can't pick up a phone and call you, I don't want to. We're not gonna talk very long. I think we need at my age, we cut to the chase. Period. I'm not going. Right. What are we waiting to meet for? What?
And then y'all know I did meet him.
Hey, let's meet out for coffee. And we sat down at Starbucks and we had our little coffee or whatever and talked, had great conversation. What am I waiting to meet you for? I can sit down and talk to you face to face and get to know what I need to know about you.
Right.
Listen, I don't want to go out and meet you personally if I haven't had conversations. I'm not wasting my time on a coffee date if we haven't talked previously for me to understand if I really truly want to go out with you, period.
Right, yeah, and we'll talk. But what I'm saying, I don't want, when you first meet a guy and they're always wanting to text you or they're always wanting to message you, that to me is a red flag. If you can't pick up the phone and call me, or I can't pick up the phone and call you, that's a problem.
Right.
But so to me, having a conversation with a guy, a good couple weeks, you already know if you want to meet him. What you waiting on?
Right.
What we waiting months to meet? I don't need to. After I done talked to you a good 3-4 weeks, what are we waiting for to meet? We wasting time. I need to see
That's
if our
true.
energy matches.
That's true.
So
That was our first
I
You
have
can
a
talk to
friend.
someone and everything is great. You're talking to their representative, but when you see them in person, it's a whole nother thing.
I agree with you.
That's right.
So I have a friend. I want to pivot the conversation just a little bit. I have a friend that was
Okay.
dating a gentleman for almost a year. And about 5, maybe 6 months into the relationship, she's like, you come to my house all the time, but I never get a chance to come to your house. So why is it that I can't come to your house? Right? So to me, that was a red flag, but I kept my comments to myself. Right? And then this gentleman had a baby, had a daughter, and she was introduced to the daughter. He brought the daughter to her house. Lo and behold, a year into the relationship, she finds out this man is married,
Woo.
living with his wife.
Woo.
She didn't feel like, she felt like this man introduced me to his child, brought his child to my house, threw her off of the scent now, because when she started asking, how come I can't come to your house? That's when he introduced her to the daughter. So as women, we're like, okay, there's no way this man would disrespect his child or his wife by letting me meet
Right.
Oh,
this
yes, he
child
would.
who's old enough to talk,
I'm learning out here,
who's
y'all.
old enough to say, hey, mom, my daddy done took me to this random woman's house. Okay. And so she was like, okay, well, he can't be living with somebody or living with a significant other if he introduced me to his daughter. Lo and behold, a year in, and this man is married to a whole woman and introduced her to his daughter.
So let me
Now, how
ask
do
you.
y'all feel about that?
You said that
Damn.
he was always coming to her house.
Mm-hmm.
Did he ever take her in public places on dates or anything
Yes.
like that?
Right.
They went out to dinner. They went to clubs. They hung out. Okay. It wasn't like, listen, it wasn't anything for her to think that he may be in a relationship or maybe living with a woman that may be married, because they out here in these streets hard.
Yes.
Right. See, I tell you, they got them.
And then when she
MOs.
start
Them men have
asking,
MOs. That's what I'm scared of.
say that again.
But
I
as
said
women,
men have MOs. They have a reason being. You know, it's almost like they get with you and they already know they living a double life. You know, they know. But what's the purpose of that? You know, why awaken me in the area and you knowing that you already got a whole family over here? See, that's the stuff that I'm afraid of. That's the
right.
stuff that I am afraid of, y'all. I ain't lying, and I'm dating all over again, so I be scared to let a joker in. I mean, in my life,
But
really. I get the
but
conversation.
in your case, you have to be protected because you have children. You just can't let any man come into your house. Okay.
Right. No, nobody
Because
don't
that's
come
how I
here
raise
anyway.
my children.
They can't
No,
come.
you can't just come running
Right.
up at
I don't
my
even
house.
have visitors.
And I don't know what our
Yeah.
intentions are.
Right.
You know
I'm
what
just
I'm
talking
saying? So
about just
I get
hooking
where
up,
you're
like
coming from.
conversating.
But at the same time, as women, we have to learn how to listen to our gut instincts too. If your gut
That's what I'm
instinct is
learning.
telling your ass something is wrong, 9 times out of 10 is wrong. And we ignore
But sometimes,
it
what about when you
because
don't
we
see
want that
though?
man so bad. We
But,
ignore that shit.
right. But sometimes you don't see.
That's it.
You said,
When she started
go ahead.
asking questions, she already had that thought in her mind long before she started asking the question. Like, why I can't never go to his house? And then she finally started asking. Her gut was telling her.
He was like, oh my goodness, I can't woman to my house. He brings my daughter and let her off the scent. So that's so disrespectful to the child. You're putting so much on your child. Now your child got to go home to the house that you live in with your wife and lie to her mother.
Yeah,
Let's talk about the psychological ramifications from the child.
That's deep.
Let's talk about what now she's going to expect from a man that dated her. She's going to think that, okay, it's okay that I lie to this man, or it's okay that this man can lie to me. My father introduced me to another woman as his girlfriend, and I got my mama at home. How selfish is that?
Yes. Introducing his
She's
case.
used to it.
That is child abuse, if you ask
She's
me.
used to it.
That ain't the first time that happened now.
That
I
ain't
know
the first
that ain't the
time.
first time that happened. That ain't the first time now.
Yeah, she's used to it. He probably
Yes.
raised her.
They
He was
probably
raising
working
his
together.
daughter where that's normal behavior for her, so she don't think
Right.
nothing of it.
They probably
How
working
sad
together.
is that, though?
Oh, it's it's
sad.
devastating because as she get older
Right.
and she realizes that that's not normal, what she think is normal, when she realizes it's not normal, it's gonna be devastating to her.
And then you got to think about it, who it's coming from. It's coming from her dad. So by it's coming
Listen,
from her dad,
the first man that's ever supposed to love you, that's supposed to show you love, that's supposed to
That's what
show
I'm
you
talking about.
how you are supposed to be treated, and he is showing you that men can lie to you and it's okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Starts within the household, y'all. It starts within the household.
So we talk about all these
And
broken
she
women.
be
We
probably
talk about these
devastating.
women with masculine energies. I'm sorry, say that
What you
again,
said?
Terry. I apologize. I didn't hear you.
Oh no, she's probably gonna
Me
have
either.
relationship problems because of it.
Oh, that little girl gonna grow up broken as hell. You hear me? Because she
Yeah.
got introduced to a girlfriend when her mother is married to her father.
Right. And did he? Let me
What
ask you
kind
this:
of?
Did he introduce her as a friend or a girlfriend?
You know, that's a good question. I didn't ask that. You know, when you're a friend and you're listening and you're just on the receiving end and you want to ask questions, you want to challenge what they're saying, but then you got to understand the role that you play in a conversation.
That's right.
So my role in that conversation, I was just a listener, but I had a whole bunch of questions.
Yeah, because he
can
might
imagine,
be
yeah.
one of those type of men that introduce, oh, this is daddy's friend.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't imagine a man introducing a woman to his daughter as his girlfriend, knowing he got their mama or their wife at home. I could see a man, now that's some low down dirty shit if he did.
Well,
But-
he don't bother to him. He don't.
Huh?
He took the initiative. He took the initiative to enter. He took the initiative just to bring his daughter to another woman. Well, regardless of who he introduced it
it's wrong
as,
either way.
she ain't
It's
mama.
wrong either way. But
Right.
I've seen men do this, but they introduce them as their friend, so the child doesn't think anything of it.
Right.
Listen, let me tell you something right now. I've been divorced for 5 years. And even though I have been divorced for 5 years, if I ever caught wind that my ex-husband pulled some bullshit like that, I'll beat his ass on GP. Because you're scarring my daughter. You are
Right.
teaching my
deserved
daughter
to be
how
pushed
to be,
down.
how men are supposed to treat her based off of how what you introduced into her life, based off how you treated me. And that's just not what we gonna do.
Right.
Listen, I just
that's
cannot,
right.
because that's not fair to these children. Because then these children grow up
That's
broken,
right.
and these children grow up not understanding what a real relationship, what the dynamics of a husband and wife, of a man and a woman supposed to be. And then we want to figure out why they dating these drug dealers, or why they're dating, why they're in toxic relationships, because you showed her a
That's
toxic
right.
relationship.
Right.
So we have all these men that have these daughters out here that are playing these women, that are not showing their representatives because they're selfish. Because we talked about that in the beginning of the podcast. Men are selfish. They don't want to show exactly who they are, but then they're raising these young ladies. They're raising these young men. And I have a 10-year-old, and I don't know who my daughter's gonna date, because I think about these trifling women that are raising these trifling young men. I think about these trifling men that are introducing their daughters to their girlfriends, and I'm like, we need to go back to arranged marriages, because what type of man is my daughter going to date when she turns 18 based off of these trifling ass men out here and these women that are out here using me? So I'm like, what are we gonna do with the state of the African American community right now? What are we gonna do?
Right.
That's right.
And that's what
That's
makes it
right.
hard to date now in our
That's
community.
what I'm
It's
trying
very
to tell
hard
you.
to date in our
It
community because
is.
you don't know what you're gonna come across.
What you gonna
And
come
most
across? Say
people
it
are
again.
not honest. Most
They
people are just
not.
not honest. And that goes back to you how you were saying, do you think men are not honest with us because they don't think that we can handle the truth? But
Mm-hmm.
baby, I promise you, I prefer the truth
Me
than you
too.
to lie to me. Because again, that goes back to giving me a choice.
That's right.
At that point, I can walk away. No hurt feelings, no nothing.
No hard
But
feelings.
Terry, let's
That's
just
right.
be honest. If a man told you, hey Terry, I'm into you, but I'm dating Sedarius and I'm dating Mel, and let the best woman win, you gonna
And you know
continue to date
what?
this man?
That's fine and dandy. Because I'm dating Joe and I'm dating Brian
Hey,
too.
that's right. Cletus and Joe and
And let the
Terry.
best man win.
Made it best. That's why I'm in.
Okay, so I'm new to this serial because I call that serial dating. I was always a woman that dated one person, and if I cared about you and I wanted to be with you, then I dated you exclusively and not anyone else. So
So let
now
me
I'm
ask
coming
you
to a
this
phase
though.
of my
Let
life.
me ask you this, because exclusive dating, how do you know when you first meet someone that you care about them that you just want to date just them?
Well, I don't know, but part of my issue is I have ADHD. Okay, I have adult attention deficit disorder. Okay, I can't handle dating multiple men because I don't know what conversation. I'm not gonna remember the conversation I had with you yesterday, and I don't have time to tell Sam, Hakeem and John the same conversation that I don't like. My mind is just not gonna do that. I have so many things going on in my life. I'm working on my master's. I'm the captain of a kickball team. I'm a manager at work. I don't have my brain is just not going to keep these things separated. So I choose to only date one
So,
person so I don't have to go through that.
but you won't have a problem as long as you're being honest. You only have a problem when you're being deceitful.
But what man wants to hear you say, I'm dating these multiple men? I don't know one man that's going to be like,
Because
okay,
there's a
I'm
difference.
going to date you.
Listen, when someone tell you they're dating, that's exactly what the fuck they mean. They're dating.
They dating.
I'm single. And I can date who the
Right.
hell I want to. That's exactly what they're
That's
telling
right.
you.
Right.
You would be out of your mind. You would be out of your mind as a woman to meet a man who's telling you he's dating and thinks you're the only one.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Men don't tell us we're the only one. They just let us assume that we're the only one.
And that
Right.
falls back on us. That falls back
Right.
on us. Because you be a fool. Why would you assume you're the only one? You don't know that man. You just met him.
Yeah.
I'm naive, I'm stupid, I'm crazy because I swear, for God, I swear now, I feel like I bring a lot to the table. I have
We
my
all
own
feel
job,
that
own
way.
house, own car.
That's
You
right.
really should only be dating me.
That ain't
But
happening nowadays. I'm so
But
sorry, y'all. I'm
you've
telling you.
already said out of your mouth that a man will pick a woman with X amount of kids working at McDonald's over you because of what?
That
Because they're
peace,
easy
There
and
you go.
peace.
There you go. So
Because
when
I'm going
you're
to catch your
dating,
attitude every
they
single
may
time.
be dating multiple. Now you have to understand that dating doesn't have anything to do with sexual. I'm not sleeping
Right.
with these men. We're dating. We're
We're
trying to
dating,
find the
that's right.
best person that we do want to sleep with.
But do
Right.
you
That's
think a
where I'm
man
at.
really believes that or understands that? Do you think a man really understands I may be dating 3 men, but I'm not having sex with any of them? Because Sedarius already said that she just got a tune-up.
I did, and that's the only person that I'm actually sleeping with though, y'all. I tell y'all no lie. The only person, and I've been sleeping with her now for a couple of months. But I gotta go all the way to Charlotte though. I go to North Carolina. I'm telling all my business. It is what it is. But I gotta go to Charlotte,
Oh,
and he's a truck driver. So by him being a truck driver, sometimes he comes in and hey, I'm in and I hop in a truck, we'll ride, and so that's the only man that I'm sexual. I can only sleep with one man at a time.
Right.
I can date, go out, and I just told you I can go out with date and hang out with fellas, but I'm only sleeping with that one because I go all in. So when you sleeping with that one, you go all in. I don't want to say, oh, I slept with such and such last week and da 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 da. No, I'm not gonna make my life that complicated. And I definitely don't have that type of time.
Right.
So
because you have 8 kids.
Right.
And that's why I say
that again.
When people say stuff to me, I ask them, are you talking about the Urban Dictionary or the Webster Dictionary?
Hello.
That ain't nothing but the word.
You tell me somebody is a friend, that ain't the friend that the cut buddy that you're sleeping with. No, that is a friend. I don't call everybody.
Let's talk about that. I'm glad you brought that point up, Terry. I was in a situation before where I got introduced to a young lady as a homegirl. So I'm over here, like you told me that's the homegirl, so I believe that's the homegirl. Come to find out.
And you know what though? But that's when you ask him, when y'all by yourself, is that a homegirl you sleep with? Because they sneak out. You ask.
Listen.
If you I ask. I don't care.
Me too.
I ask. Is she really a homegirl?
That's the only way you're gonna know.
Is that a homegirl you sleep with?
So let's talk about these women who pretend like they're homegirls, but they know they done been down with this man. Why are you still here? Now you done brought, you know this man done brought me around. You know you slept with this man and you allow yourself to be introduced to that. Let me tell you something right now. If you done slept with me and you introduce me as the homegirl, I'm gonna stop you right there dead in your tracks. Listen, you know we used to fuck.
Right.
Don't introduce me to your news supply.
Right.
That's your standard.
As the homegirl.
Right. That is your standard.
That's why you have. This is exactly why I say you have to be 100% transparent. You have to be 100% honest. You have to be.
That's right.
You have to be able to open your mouth and communicate, because your standard may not be the next big standard, and that's just facts.
That's right.
Come on, next bitch.
Right.
That was something when we grew up. I'm 45 years old. Being a side chick was never something that was glamorized. But now, shit, I see motherfuckers walk around here with side chick t-shirts.
You ain't lying.
Yeah, I don't want to be a side chick. I don't want to be a wife, but I don't want to be a side chick either.
And that's the difference between you and the next one. That's the difference between you and the next one is your standards won't allow you to willingly be a side chick. And that's the difference. That's why you keep your standards the way they are. And that's why, unfortunately, you have to ask these dudes, is that a homegirl you sleeping with?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if he lied, he lied. But you asked. Because at the end of the
But let me tell y'all one thing. One thing we know as a woman, you know when your man has slept with another woman, regardless if you say that's my homegirl or not.
There you go.
Because a woman is going to give it away every single time. Because she's going to do something very subtle. The energy. She's going to say something. She's going to say some sly shit. Now she's going to play cool in front of that man because she want to be the last woman sin. But in front of you.
Absolutely.
She gonna let you know.
Her body language. That's one thing that we as women have to pay attention to is body language. We be so caught up in others. I pay attention to everything, baby. I look at people and I watch body language all the time.
That's right.
Body language gives it away. And even with a side chick, she ain't gonna want to be the side chick always. She want to step up in the command sooner or later.
Yeah, she tired of being that side chick.
That's why the lie always comes out, because she tired of being a side chick.
That's right.
But here's the thing, you allowed yourself to be the side chick.
That woman gonna find you, and she gonna come to you, and whether it's through a friend or herself, A woman who wants to be first place is always gonna let the main chick know that she is there.
Listen, let me tell you what I said. What I've told several women in my past. Listen, you couldn't be me on your best day.
Hello.
Listen, on my worst day, you still can't
On
be
a
me on your best
There
day.
you go.
But what I'm not gonna do is compete with for a man
There you
and
go.
his attention, because there's a man out there that wants me
That's right.
exactly who I am,
There
how
you
I'm bringing all of this to the
That's
table,
right.
and I ain't got to worry about this side chick. Just like there's a man out there that makes six figures that don't work at McDonald's, and I don't have to. I don't. I don't have to settle for a man that
That's
works at McDonald's
right.
because he has an energy that matches mine. When there's a man out there that makes six figures that has an energy that matches mine. So we are at
That's
9:30,
right.
y'all. We are at that hour, okay, where we can agree to disagree. And I want to bring you lovely, lovely ladies back again. That real sister keeping it 100. Terry from Fish and
Right.
Grits. Now is the time where
Absolutely.
we bring Merv on, we bring Stacks on, we bring Sean on. They give us their opinion about how they felt about this show. We wind down. Listen, we wind down.
Okay.
We talk about what we learned from this show. This is called the wrap up. So right now we're at the hour of the wrap
Okay.
up. And so we can bring the guys back on because this is the ladies. This is Mel's tribe. This is the guys featuring Mel's tribe. So we have the guys in the background hanging out. They watch the show. They're gonna
That's
bring
right.
their own opinions on about what they heard, about what we talked about. But this conversation is to be continued because I love you ladies. I love you black queens. You
Yes.
That's
guys were
right.
amazing on this show tonight. We had
That's
some great
right.
conversation. And so as we get Merv and Sean and Stacks back on, whoever's coming back on to help wrap up with us, that's just to keeping it real, Mr. Darius, Miss Terry from Fish and Grits. Listen, what did you guys appreciate about this show tonight? What did you guys learn about this show tonight? What topic stood out most to you?
Well, for me, I'm in the learning stage, y'all. Like I told y'all, it's like me reliving again. So I kind of like learn a lot.
Mhm.
Things that I already been thinking of, or things that I was coming up against, is almost like validation. It's like being
Mhm.
confirmed. Just hearing other women input, it brought a lot to my attention of what I'm going through, what I have been going through, what I don't walked out of, and just to hear that somebody else opinion about it, getting some
Mhm.
insights, engaging, and I really, really enjoyed this show. I really do. It gotta be to be continued. Cause I'm
Mhm.
out here, y'all. Like I said, I'm out here. It's almost like me, a virgin all over again, dating and everything. So I learned. Terry, you
Like a
enlightening me a whole lot.
virgin.
Right. Terry,
Woo!
Mel, y'all enlightening me a whole lot, and y'all encouraging me, and I love that.
And that's just keeping it real. I love that energy. Real quick, tell us, how old are your kids? 8 kids. From what age to what age?
Okay, my oldest is 23. My next age is 15. My next age is 13. Then I have the 11, 10, 9, 7, and 4. Well, he'll be 4 in February the 7th. So he's 3 now, but
Okay.
a couple of no, next week he'll be 4.
Okay, okay.
Look,
So Terry, not Terry, Mr. Darius. So we're doing a love connection. And we're finding some men. And by the way, if you're watching this show, if you're single, any single men, any single women, the next podcast that we have, not the next Sunday coming, but the Sunday after that, we're doing a Valentine's Day edition. We're doing a love connection. And so Miss Terry has given you a little bit about herself. So we're gonna have her on as a bachelorette. And if you are interested in dating Miss Terry, we're going to do a full blown love connection, Miss Terry. We're going to find you somebody that wants to love you, these beautiful children that you have. We're going to find some bachelors for you, and we're going to make sure that you find somebody that's not going to show not only their representative, but they're going to show you who they truly are so you can make a true love connection. And so anybody that's
absolutely.
interested in being a bachelor or a bachelorette, doesn't matter your sexuality, bisexual, heterosexual, transsexual, whatever you are, whoever you are, we love and we represent every lifestyle. Hit the guys, show up because I'm hosting a love connection. And Terry, I want you to be a bachelorette because we're gonna find somebody for you, honey. Okay,
All
because you
right.
deserve love.
Right.
Okay, Mr. Darius, you deserve
Right.
love. We all these black queens, we deserve it all. All right, Miss Terry, your wrap up. What did you learn from the show tonight? What stood out to you most tonight?
Oh my goodness. Just that we all come from different walks of life, but at the same time, we are all black women, and we should support each other.
That's
This is
right.
how these men are able to move the way they move because we don't support each other. We don't. Girl code don't exist no more.
That's
Ooh,
right.
girl code don't exist no more. That's a topic
That's right.
for the next podcast.
Yes.
Girl code does not exist anymore. Imagine if we stood together on these men. Imagine if we
That's
held
right.
these men to a higher standard. We
There
talk
you
about
go.
That's
bringing a
right.
man along. We talk about, helping mold a man. Imagine if we stood in solidarity and said,
Right.
you're not going to treat sis that way. You're not
That's
going to
There
cheat
right.
you
on
go.
her with me. I'm not going to cheat on you because I know you're married. Imagine
There
if
you
we
go.
came together and upheld the girl code. Because let me tell y'all something right now. Men have a bro code.
They
They
And they
do.
stick
do.
to it.
They do, and they stick to it. You ain't
They
lying.
stick to
They
it.
stick to that.
That's
And they
right.
and they and they talk. They run their mouth more than we run our mouths.
And they will tell their homeboys, boom, I had a, if
She
it's
for the
not somebody
streets.
that they interest, oh, you can have it.
She for the streets.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
You can have her.
they'll
Yeah.
pass a woman along to each other. But it's up to
Yeah.
women to have, like you said, some type of standard for themselves
That's right.
to not be passed
Mm-hmm.
along. Not it shouldn't be okay to be a side chick. Why would you want a man who
That's
go
right.
home to his woman every night?
That's
Oh,
right.
she getting her bills paid. She getting that back beat out. She's getting the time and the love and the attention that she needs, not on Valentine's Day or Christmas, the day before, the day after.
But you have to keep in mind that always gets old though. She then
It
eventually was
does.
validated as the main chick, and that's where the problems
Yeah.
come in. You
It
can't do
comes
that shit
in.
too long and think that emotions not gonna get involved.
Listen. And then they
That's
try to
right.
fool themselves. Because they say over and over again, as long as I get these bills paid, as long
Hmm.
as I'm getting this maintenance, this tune up, I'm good. But
Hmm.
at the end of the day, women, we have this one desire. And what is that? To be wanted and needed by a man. So we can pretend and we can fool ourselves if we want to, but at the end of the day, we all want the same thing. And that's to be wanted, to be
That's right.
valued, to be loved,
That's
and to be
right.
needed by a man. And we can't do that as a side chick. And let me tell
Right.
y'all something right now, I ain't never gonna be
Absolutely.
nobody's side chick.
Me
I'm
either.
knocking on
I
doors.
refuse
Okay. I'm
to.
sending messages. Who are you? And what's going on with this man? Because he
Screenshot.
mine.
Put
So
you
what
on
you gonna do?
blast.
I got receipts, boo.
Right.
And it been going on
Right.
for so long, y'all. This been going on for a long time. This been going on. This ain't nothing that just started. It been going on for a long time. Back in the day, the
It's
women
just
just
more
dealt with it,
acceptable.
you know.
Let me tell y'all one thing my mother told me about my great grandma. This is why I know I was born into sassiness. I was born to be a little scrappy, okay? My mama told me that my great grandma, God rest her soul, Mama Jones, some woman knocked on her door with a whole baby
Woo!
and said, "This is your husband's child."
Ooh.
My mama said that my great grandma put that baby on the couch and commenced to beating that woman ass.
Woo! Give me that
Stay
baby.
married to my great grandfather, but beat the
Yeah,
shit
that
out
bring
that
the fire
woman and
about
told her, "Don't you ever come back to this house."
Right.
you. Yeah,
So
that'll
you
bring the
bold
fire
enough to bring
about
it
you
to
right
my
there, baby.
front door.
Right. Now that
Mhm.
was a little
Like
bit
you
too
right.
much.
You coming to my house like you
But did
right.
she know about it though? What if she? Did she know? She knew
My
about
great grandma didn't know nothing about this one or this baby. Didn't even
I'm
know her
talking about the
having a
other
machine.
woman.
Oh yeah, she knew about my great grandma. That's why my great grandma beat her ass.
Okay, then that's understandable. That's understandable.
So let's
I
go back to this
understand. She
girl
was a
code because we haven't had girl code for a very long time.
for a
Because my great
long
grandma's been
time.
dead since I was 21 years old. But my mother
Mm.
remembers the story because my great grandmother
Right.
told it. If you're going to bring a baby to my doorstep, understand that that's still my husband. I'm going to beat your
There you
ass
go.
and don't come back over to this house.
There you go.
That's right.
There you go.
All right, so Stacks Merv, we are at 9:40. We're almost to the top of the hour at 10 o'clock. Come on back to the show and tell us your final thoughts for this hour.
Can you hear me?
Come on with it.
Come on, Merv. Tell us your feelings for this
Come on
hour.
with it.
Y'all can hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we can.
Yo, good. Good show. We definitely gotta do this again because great content. We gotta get the echo fixed. Great fucking content, but might have been lost through the echo. I enjoyed hearing it, and we're gonna have to try this shit again 2 weeks from now because we do it every other Sunday. And
Okay.
I enjoy listening to everything from the background and hearing the girl talk and the girl code and shit like that. Next time I might jump on and give some ad libs, give a nigga perspective.
Okay, well, you're on right now. You're on right now. You got 15 minutes. Tell us your thoughts on some of the topics. I mean, we can log off when we want to log off. We logged in 20 minutes late.
Right. I want to know.
So, what did you hear that you wanted to add a little ad lib on?
I mean, I wasn't taking notes for me to go back and respond because I come on just to do the wrap up. Now, if you got a certain question you want to ask me, I'll answer that shit.
Terry had a question.
What's your question?
Terry, what you asked?
So why do men think that women can't handle honesty, the raw cut honesty?
Because 90% of y'all fuckers can't. That's why. I mean, y'all say that shit because it sounds good. Like, for example, I dealt with somebody and they asked me a question and I gave them the truth. And they were speaking to somebody else that we both know. And they were telling them, well, I asked them, and yeah, they did tell me they were dealing with other people. And she said, well, the person she told that to, well, aren't you glad you told the truth? Yeah, but I wasn't expecting that. And I wasn't ready for that.
But the truth is the truth, though.
The
Sometimes we
truth
ain't
is
ready
true,
for the
but
truth.
listen, I mean, we're gonna be
Right.
100.
Sometimes we're not ready.
We're gonna be 100.
Yeah.
Every woman will say, "I want the truth," but my experiences and other guys' experiences, like lots of other guys' experiences, some people I talk to and ask, because I have conversations like this a lot because I'm in a lot of different groups. A lot of women will say that just to say it, but they really don't want to know. And
So you think it's better?
Can I say something real quick, Merv?
And like I said before, a lot will speculate, but will ignore the truth because they don't want to know the truth because they want to believe what they want to believe.
Right.
Hey, I was one of the ones in the past that was like, tell me the truth. I can handle the truth. And then when they told me the truth, I couldn't handle the truth.
That's what I just said.
So there's a song. There's a song that says, I feel
That's
it's
what I
like,
just said.
she's like, There's a song, and she's like, "Fuck me good and lie to me." Y'all know that song? Okay, so she's like, "Just fuck me good, lie to me. We don't have to say nothing about nothing else that's going on because she realized and understood that she can handle the truth." So, listen, the truth gonna hurt your feelings. So I understand. I don't think it's necessarily right, but I can understand why men lie because we can't handle it. Now you can say, Terry, that you can handle it. Darius, you can say that you can handle it. But at the end of the day, when you care about someone, when you love someone, do you really want to hear them tell you that they still dealing with their baby mama, or they are married, or they got 3 other girlfriends that they're dealing with? Do you really, truly, honestly can openly say that you're gonna be okay with hearing the truth?
Yeah,
Let me answer
I
that.
can honestly say that I can honestly say that I know it's the truth gonna hurt. So I set myself up for that. I set myself to know that maybe the truth might hurt. What they might tell me might hurt my feelings, but I get myself prepared for that. I will want to know the truth. I don't care what circumstances is. It's just dealing with your feelings and emotion. Your feeling and emotion, you just have to deal with it. You got to get in tune with it. That's all I'm saying. But I'd rather for somebody to tell me the truth. The truth gonna hurt. If he tell me he's still dealing with his baby mama, okay, then it might hurt my feelings because I got feelings for him. But knowing, I'd rather know and not to know. I'd rather for somebody to tell me the truth. I can handle the truth.
But see, where things are going sideways is everybody keeps talking about their feelings. But if they were honest from the get-go, would you be involved in your feelings right now? Give me a choice. You're robbing the woman of the choice.
But when they don't give you a choice,
honest from day one. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
But no one is honest from day one. No one is honest from day one. You want somebody to know that you don't cook, that you don't clean, that you fart in your sleep. You gonna tell a nigga that up front day one.
If they ask.
Yeah, I'm just brutally honest, y'all. That's why I came up with that real sister keeping it 100. That's for me. That's why I came up with that. I gotta know the truth.
Volunteer. I'm not saying volunteer. Okay, so think about the basic questions you ask when you first meet someone. Most of the time, basic questions are you married? Do you have a girlfriend? Do you have kids? Those are basic questions that people lie about.
Right.
That's
where I'm
at. That's what I'm talking about.
Me too.
Don't lie. Because at that point, you give that woman a choice. A side chick becomes a side chick because you already said, hey, I'm married. Hey, I have a woman. If you cool with playing that position, let's ride.
That's right.
That's honesty.
Hey, let me tell y'all something right now. Anytime a man hops in my inbox on Facebook, Instagram, first thing I do is go to their profile. And when I go to their profile, if I find a wife, a girlfriend, a significant other, I'll back to the inbox and I say, "I'm very well. How is so and so?" Does she know that you're in my inbox? Does she know that you're trying to proposition me? Now, if she doesn't know that, then you need to get out of my inbox because I'm going to tell her.
But that's bold.
And I feel like if more women had that woman code,
to have pictures of his wife, his girlfriend, whatever on his Facebook page, but then on your inbox. So in a way, he actually is being honest. If you just went to his page and seen it, he ain't hiding it.
But we just talked about this. Side chicks don't care. Side chicks are glorified. Alicia Keys got the bag. She was a side chick.
But hey, she knew what she was getting into before she got into it. Correct?
She knew. Day one. She knew what she wanted.
That's the raw and uncut honesty. That man was honest with her from day one.
Yeah,
He didn't
that's
take her
right.
choice away to be a side chick. She was cool with being his side chick. It's the part
That's the
when I say
difference
be
now.
honest,
That's the truth.
I'm saying when you meet a man and you ask a question, don't lie. We ain't got no feelings involved. Why you gotta lie?
Right.
Because
Right.
let's just be honest, 9 times out of 10, if a man tells you that they got a wife, a baby mama, whatever they have going on, we're not going to continue the conversation. So they lie so that they can get what they want because we talked about being selfish. Merge.
There
Let's
you
talk
go.
about this. Since you came on to wrap up, you're the man
Yeah, I thought I came
perspective.
on to wrap up, but y'all started plotting again. I only came on to wrap up.
Okay, okay. So let me go to my closing then,
No, what
because I'm
was
gonna
the
bring you
question?
guys
You
back.
hold up,
Because
but you about to say something. What was it?
listen, I done had all this wine by myself tonight, so I don't remember. What was I about to say?
Did somebody else got a question?
That's what that wine do to you.
Did somebody else got a question from a nigga perspective? No. Yes.
I didn't hear you.
Oh, did somebody else have a question from a nigga perspective before we end?
No, we're gonna let you do your closing.
Right.
Mel, did you remember or you still don't know the fuck you was thinking?
I don't remember.
That's what that wine do to you, baby.
Yo, great show tonight. Hopefully, we do this every other Sunday. Hopefully, Terry from Fishing Grits and that real sister keeping it 100 is available 2 weeks from now. We're gonna definitely have the audio. What Mel? I see you got your one finger up like you in church trying to go to the bathroom. What's up?
Oh no, I was just saying, I was adding emphasis to that real sis keeping it 100 because I
Oh,
like that podcast name.
Oh yeah.
gotcha. So, 2 weeks from now on a Sunday, hopefully they will be available so we can do a part two.
Right.
Everything's great, and then what I'll do, I'll make myself available so y'all can, when in the middle of your conversation, be like, yo, let's get a nigga perspective. Yo, Murph, come on, answer
Right.
them, and then we
That's
can do
right.
it that way.
Right.
That we'll do 2 weeks from now, and shout out to the guys, Sean, Stacks, Becker, Tina B, Mark, Team General Tazon, Nick J, our Facebook group that follow us over 1,000 members. Shout out to Blackjack TV, Channel 199, 198, Zingle TV app, Mile High Radio Station. Shout out to our sponsors that work with in the background, iHeart, Blast Music, and YouTube Live, Facebook Live, and everything else that we work with. Y'all got any? Did y'all do your parting shot?
My parting words is, um, y'all just keep it real. When I say y'all, men and women across the board, because
Right.
there are
There you
women in
go.
their late 40s that's ready to build a life, that's divorced. I listen. Sedarius, I know that you said that you were divorced, but I've been divorced for 5 years, and I'm ready to find that life partner. Now I can't say that I want to be
That's
a
right.
wife again because a wife is
Right.
the hardest job I've ever had in my entire life. But I'm
You
ready
waiting
to
till
have
that again.
a life partner, a partnership with someone that loves me
That's
for who I
right.
am, regardless if I cook,
Mhm.
regardless if I clean, or I fart in my sleep. Okay.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
Okay,
That's right.
we're gonna get to that point. We have open honest communication. And so my parting words is let's just be honest. Let's keep it 100. Let's leave these
That's right.
representatives to the minimum to the first week. And after that, tell me the truth. And if I decide to walk away, then I'm gonna walk away. If Terry decides to
There
walk
you
away,
go.
then she gonna walk away. If Sedarius decides to walk away, then she gonna walk away. But y'all owe us nothing but the truth. And that's it.
That's
So that's
right.
my parting words because I feel like all of us should come on and be a bachelorette on our next show. And Merv should find some men for us. What you think, Merv? We need 3 bachelors
Yes.
that's ready for this
Right.
masculine energy. What you think,
That's
Merv?
ready for honesty.
How you put me on the spot?
Come on. Because here's the thing. A man will tell you in a minute that you deserve better, but they don't know a man that can provide better.
Woo, baby.
Mm.
They'll tell you in a
That's a word.
minute you deserve better than what that man is doing to you, how that man is treating you, but they can't recommend one man that can provide better for you.
That's a word.
Hey, also, all 3 of them said, and they all 3 of them said, tell the truth, and they'll decide or whether they're gonna walk away. A lot of them will stay. They just won't say anything, fellas. So don't let them fool you. Now, some will goddamn stay and play the goddamn role. So I just want to say that shit.
What you
Also,
said?
you didn't hear me?
Mm-mm.
And we do have a bad echo tonight.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, what you said, Amir? I didn't hear you.
Let me slow it down since we got echo. Don't let them fool y'all fellas because a lot of them will still stay even though you told the truth and will play their role.
And that's all we have.
Merv, I can't play a
That's it.
role that I don't know about. I can't play a role that I don't know about.
That's all we ask.
Me
Give her
either.
a choice. Don't take her choice away from her.
That's all.
All right.
That's it.
That's all. It's just that simple. That's this.
Also, before we leave, Terry and that sister keeping it 100. Did y'all let people know when y'all come on?
Yeah.
Come
on, our show?
podcast.
Yeah.
Mine is on every
Yeah,
other
Terry,
Wednesday.
shout
But
yourself
I started
out.
back into the end. We've been off for the holidays and stuff. So we had a lot of family things going on. So we're actually starting back the end of February, and we're every other Wednesday.
That sister.
All right,
that real
Mr.
sister,
Darius.
100.
Yes,
Yourself
I never
out,
stopped it,
sis.
y'all. I had a little setback, but I'm on every Wednesday and every Friday.
Okay.
On Wednesday nights it's 8:00, and Friday nights it was at 10, but Friday nights I start doing it at 9.
Okay. All right. So,
Yeah, we're 7:30 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday, every other Wednesday.
gotcha.
And ladies and gentlemen, the guys featuring Mel's Tribe comes on every other Sunday, sharp at 8 o'clock. We had a little bit of technical difficulties tonight, but we won't have that on the next show when we have this amazing love connection. So tune in, come and vibe with Mel's Tribe, and we're going to have an amazing evening.
All right. And so I want to also say that a lot of people, even though you're in the same industry, it's enough for everybody to eat, B. So even though these ladies came on, they show us love tonight. So I just want to make sure we show them love and let y'all know when they come on, because they got their own podcast. We can all eat, we can all compete, and still show love to one another, which we rarely do in the Black community. So that's why I wanted to make sure that we let people know when y'all come on, because y'all showing us love, and y'all can show us more love by coming on again. So that's why I want to make sure that y'all say when y'all come on the dates and the times. All right. So I didn't give a shout out to all our followers, all our sponsors, and all our partnerships. So if nobody else got anything else to say, We out.
All right.
We
Have a good
out.
night.
Have a
Peace.
good night.